Hi. You'll hear birds. You'll hear cars. You might hear a motorcycle. Maybe a dog bark. Maybe you'll hear kids in the background. You might hear me sipping my coffee. Well, thank you. This hat is HIC, which is Hawaiian Island Creations, and I have had a hat like this for 12 or 16, 20, a long, many years, and they don't make them hardly ever. And so I uh, uh, eventually the straw breaks down and I destroy the hat after like 2 or 3 years. And I have one more brand new one hidden in a box in my storage. So in case this one I lose it or I destroy it, I love it because um, um, yeah, I love Hawaii and the Ohana spirit and all that. And I've been there several times and served um, overseas, even with the Hawaiian Air National Guard back in around 2000. Um, they went to they went to Saudi Arabia, Prince Sultan Air Base, and I volunteered and I went with them as an F-15 avionics person, and I deployed with the Hawaiian Air National Guard to help them, and that was really cool. Anyway, one of my friends from Hawaii who served here in the States, they gave me one of these many years ago, and and I love it. I've always loved it. I've always loved it. I've always just really loved it, and so um, I have found them at different times and ordered them off of eBay or other places, even from HIC directly, but they stopped making them, you see. It's like a special one, so they could be hard to find. I haven't actually looked for one for probably 4 years plus. I haven't looked for one because last time I just got a couple extra. I bought the only ones that were available. um, Good morning. My neighbor's a crackhead. Hey, we're just saying hi on this Saturday morning on a porch. I'm not usually in the city. I'm usually camping, and I'm visiting friends. And let's see here, Miss Miss Lindy Black. Very good. Roly poly bugs are actually crustaceans. Very cool. Squouse 316. Epic Gamer X says hi. Miss Lindy Black. Yes, I was a chill guy. Say hi. What's up, chill guy? And Seek Callaway or Seke or Keke or Keek, or it's hard to know exactly. You look like my neighborhood crackhead. Thank you so much. Oh, this right here, this is garlic sourdough that I toasted nicely, and then a very natural, all organic strawberry jam I found. Actually, kind of like a preserve found in the fridge. And they said I can eat anything and everything I want while I'm here, but I'm also a vegan. And so, but anyway, so this is my little morning snack, and we're just having a little quiet time. I'm just gonna sit here and sip my coffee for a minute. Rosalind, thanks, hi. Um, Rosalind or Rosalind. Everybody pronounces their names so different, just like with me. Mine is Deja, but also Dawn. I have a lot of nicknames and stuff, but Deja is what I go by the most, and what people know me as here as Deja Ray Love. So, grab your water or your coffee. I am all about supporting everybody. My coffee cup, this is my own design in the world, and it says Evlove Evolve, and that's what you call a palindrome. A palindrome is a word that is the same backwards and forwards. And so Evlove Evolve is my own word, and it is filled with love, and it is filled with evolve, and it is filled with, you know, kindness. I like to put kindness in my cup full of love and enjoy it with lovely people and lovely animals and lovely environments because it's what makes life bearable. So, cheers. Now I'm just going to sit back and be quiet. Miss Lindy Black, I'm going to sit back and just be quiet, and maybe we'll hear the birds. Maybe we'll hear the traffic. I don't know. I'm doing pretty good today. How are you today? Mm, mm, yummy. mm, mm. It smells refreshing out here this morning. Yeah, let's see, what time is it here? It's 8:24. It's 8:24 um, Pacific Standard Time, and I'm hanging out in the Portland, Vancouver area of Oregon and Washington right now. And I'm visiting some friends for just a little bit and hanging out and getting my camping rigs cleaned up and set up and organized so we can go back out into the fray because I'm actually a homeless veteran. But we're living our life the best we can. I have my disability pay coming in, but it's always under threat. And so I'm very minimalistic and I just live the best, kindest life I can. And I try to support everybody else on their journeys. And I love to do art and I love to do music and fun videos and hiking and whistling and singing and, you know, anything and everything I can because I'm still like, I have like double titanium knees, you know, and in another week and a half, since 2017, since late 2017, I've been trying to get my Social Security and stuff and all kinds of things. So it took many years to get my VA disability, and it took many years to get many things. And here I am finally now scheduled. I'm finally scheduled after fighting for 8+ years, and I had to get attorneys and everything, and they're pro bono. But it took a year and a half, even with attorneys, even with years and years and years of all the VA medical proof. It has been insanely difficult, and I've been pretty much chronically homeless the entire time while always in continuing therapy and care the best I can be. But I have to live my life kind of isolated, and camping has been like the best way to kind of do that. Sometimes off grid, sometimes campsites, sometimes with electrical, sometimes without. And we just do the best we can. Me and my service animal, Hana. Yeah. So, well, good morning, 1025. Mm. So next week, I finally have a major exam. It's like several hours of a full musculoskeletal examination because they weren't able to get enough information from the VA. And then I have to wait another month and a half, and then I get another like 3+ hour exam, which is a full psychological and all kinds of stuff. And these things are very difficult for me. Luckily, I have some amazing friends who have opened their schedule and made time so they can go with me and be my advocate. And Hana, of course, my service animal, she'll be with me. But I am so fortunate that I have this time to get better and prepare to be out there again in the wild, as it were, and do things like sit on a beautiful patio and listen to the lightly busy, a small city area that we're in, but it's like rural kind of country and city, so it's nice. And have a cup of coffee on the deck with you all. And of course, a bite of my garlic sourdough toast with this amazing all organic strawberry preserve. So good. Mm. Oh, oops. Mm. For anybody that might be new, you might see me have different things come and go during my live shows because I have various different conditions. And my anxiety, or when I get nervous and stuff, I start kind of coping or self-soothing, and I just have to let my body do what my body needs to do. And we're pretty sure that's because I'm also ASD undiagnosed. So never too late to learn who you are, right? Hmm. Hmm. Oh, there we go. I have little stickers. Yesterday, yesterday the my gracious hosts and young ones, I let them do a fun makeup and makeover on me, and it was so fun. Eva, hi, love, hi, Eva. So nice to see you. I bid you a I bid you good day, my fair lady friend. How are you from um I'm in Washington today, and you're way so far away across the pond and near a big lake, and I love that. So nice to see you. Mm. Hmm. How is it this morning, Eva? How's the is it are you going to have a lot of downtime this weekend? Are you pretty busy doing activities, or like are you going to go swimming in the lake and like, or is it too cold? Mm. Mm. I'm working on I'm working on just allowing myself to be who I am, That's got to be so different for you, dear Eva. I know you are so used to being like many of us are in this world, just work, raise kids, cook, clean, try to find a moment for yourself. And then the moment you finally get that moment for yourself, you're so wound up that it's almost impossible to relax. And it's like relaxing becomes the frustrating thing that I can't do a lot. Like, I go through this myself. I don't mean to speak for you at all. I'm just saying, like, I even now, even after being retired for so long, I'm only finally starting to understand that this right here, these moments with each other, like this is what it's about now. And of course, I can still be busy and I can do all kinds of busy things, but what I've really been trying to learn and enjoy and accept and allowing is when I'm doing the camping, when I'm cooking, when I'm doing a live, when I'm whatever, that I truly try to notice if I'm tense or relaxed, if I'm tightening up my lower back or my shoulders or my butt or my face, and like I'm constantly checking in with my body and trying to release. Just release the tension, release the toxicity, release the trauma, and stay in a relaxed state mentally and physically while still exerting myself, even if I'm packing or loading up, And then maybe I got little bursts of intense, do it, make it happen kind of thing, and then get right back down to get that mode of, hey, let's get this done and let's be relaxed while we're doing it. And it is the hardest lesson for my body and my brain and me to learn. And of course, I tempt myself with a couple cups of coffee, and that caffeine kicks in, and then I really want to get some stuff done, right? But we've been having a lovely time, and it was so fun. Look, last night they braided my hair, but I had to bring it out today, so I got a couple of colors of. Excuse me, and it's so fun. Okay, I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna sit back here again. Just gonna finish my toast, sip on the coffee. Hmm. Hmm. Even, even eating, even eating, trying to slow down, savor the bites, savor the food, savor the creation of it, focusing and thinking about everybody that it took to get this here. Oh, pardon me. A little crumb came out of my mouth. But every time I slow down like this, it helps me take moments to be grateful for everything that had to occur so I could just get a lovely piece of sourdough bread. Or even if I could get the flour and the yeast and the things to then make it myself. Like, that's so amazing. And then the jam and the strawberries, the people that had to grow it, pick it, and then all of the different stories of each and every single human and animal that contributed to making this happen. So I can just go, hmm, I like to slow it down, savor it, and then savor what it took to create it, and then consciously think about and hope for the wellness of those that provided this. Because so many of them, they don't have great lives. So many people that provide us the things we need the most. Oh, Dala! Hola! Hi! So nice to see you here, Sensei. I actually, guess what? So I took Hana for a walk this morning, and I had two lovely friends. My goddaughter has a friend staying over, and so they asked if they could go with us for the walk around the little neighborhood with Hana, and we did, and that was great. And then I came back, and I decided, I'm not going to do a big martial arts production or like a big whatever, but I did take 10 minutes this morning. I immediately walked the neighborhood. I got a glass of water. Hana got exercise. I got exercise, breathing out, getting my brain going, my heart going, my spirit sailing again. And we came back to the garage, and then I did some martial arts, and I invited the young ones to do some warm-ups and stuff. And they did a little, but they're also like nervous, and they did their own karate before, so I already learned that. I'm like, "Oh, that's great." But they came out there anyway, and they were doing kicks and punches around the garage, which was very cute. And then I did my warm-up moves, my breathing. So It is very appropriate that you say sensei this morning because I definitely did some sensei stuff today already. It's so nice to see you here. I gotta finish eating my crunchy bread. Mm, mm. Now let's see. I don't want to give away your location for safety, but you could say where you are in the world if you want to. um, we have people on here from thousands and thousands of miles away checking in and saying hi, and I think it's so cool. And um, I remember, I think you're in South America. Was that right? Are you in South America? Um, I think that was it. I don't want to say where again, but anyway. And then we have people over in Austria, and yeah. And as you all know, I don't usually do like live streams. I mean, I used to do this more, but it's been a while since I've really just kind of done this. And I've just really been trying to reconnect with all the special and amazing people that, you know, found my channel and subscribe and just have been supportive and hopefully have gotten something from me that's helped them in their lives because that's what I'm here for. Not here for the attention, not here for the money. I'm here to help me. I'm here to learn self love for myself and to keep going on my journey. And I'm here to share that journey and hopefully that others get a chance to take things from my journey that might help them for themselves on their journey. And that's always been just what I'm about. I haven't always been able to just be that way, though, most of the time. And I think it's so important now. It doesn't matter how old you are, but the sooner that we each learn our own lesson of what's truly important for us, the more of a life we actually live fulfilled with love in our own heart for our own selves. And it is an incredibly painful experience as a person that experiences it myself to not love me. And that's just because other people that's how they taught me. I was unworthy and not deserving and they taught me through pain and harm and trauma and those are really tough lessons to learn. And so when people do that and then they say they love you at the same time, that's even more confusing. So, relearning for myself even what's the definition for me? What's the dictionary say? What do other people call love? That's strange. They're saying that's love, but then they're hurting somebody. That person's saying that's love and they're being really kind. What how do I feel? How does my heart just react on its own? So I'm really working on making sure that I give myself as much kindness as possible and self-care because through the act of kindness and through the act of self-care, I actually start to learn what I like about me. I actually start to notice that somebody is caring about me, even if it's me, that somebody is. And then that then starts to bring about this sense and this feeling of love as I generate and create a beautiful friendship with myself, which is not what I was taught and not what people did in my life. I mean, there's been a few that did, but I was so messed up by the time that I found them that I couldn't even accept their love. Does that make any sense at all? You know? So, I'm getting better at it. I will just keep doing that until I'm just cosmic dust again. Is that the Austrian flag? I always forget the colors of the flag. That's cool. Or is that where you're at? Or is that where you're? I have a heart. Yes. Okay. Very cool. Love it. Love it. Yeah. That is so wonderful. What kind of birds you said were they storks or were they herons or you said there were some big birds that flying and making a lot of storks. Oh, very good. Are they dropping babies in the lake? Who you calling a stork? Like a dork? Like I'm such a dork. Oh, oh, whoa. Yeah. Are those the big ones that also like will sometimes fly at towards like boats and stuff and get protective, kind of like swans sometimes do? Mm, long legs. They got legs and they know how to use them. Hana, would you guys like to say good morning to Hana? Come here, babe. She's taking a siesta over in the other chair. Come here, loves. Come here, up here. Let's say hi. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, oh, are you so tired and sleepy? Oh, there we go. Oh, good morning. Yes. Oh, yes, baby. There's my baby, baby, baby. Oh, thanks, Eva. I love them too. They did like this. They had this like hair chalk, and so like I dyed the hair kind of purple, and it mostly stuck, but I need somebody to kind of do it in the right spots, so it really sticks. And but then they asked if we could do like fun makeover, just all kinds of fun stuff last night with stickers and makeup and also this hair chalk. It's called hair chalk, and you just draw it on the hair to give it different streaks and stuff. So she made like purple and red and green, and then she braided it and put all the colors. I think I shot a video in the mirror to show it. It's in my shorts feed. My beautiful Hana. Yes. Oh, doesn't she seem so relaxed and just chill and happy? Look how relaxed and happy she is. Yeah, she's so relaxed. She feels so loved. She loves playing with the kids. And she loves my bestie so much. She's always talking to her and trying to get her to pet her and hang out. Mwah. You're so beautiful. You know that? You're so beautiful and wonderful. You ready to get down now? Okay, let's be gentle. Careful. Careful. Let's make sure you're safe. It's kind of tough. There you go. Good job. Good work. Yeah, she's more than, I don't see her like like a dog, per se. But she definitely is because she's got those teeth. And every now and then we're playing and I get one. I'm learning, I'm learning how important it is to, to not only do my like art and my videos and stuff when I'm really dealing and coping with things, but the in between places and really trying to convey those feelings to others through art, but that my art is always it's not planned, as you know, Eva. Like I am very just like showing you my spontaneous life. Rarely have I set anything up. I mean, I set a scene and then we do the thing, but I don't even measure my ingredients when I cook. Like everything is just by look, and I just like I don't follow recipes. you know, like I'll read like instructions on something if it has it that it needs to be prepped a certain way. But even then, when you're camping or doing other stuff, I just go, okay, well, that's how they do it. How am I going to do it in my situation? And my art is that way. And even when I'm like having depressive moments or CPTSD moments or ASD stuff or convulsions or I'm having upset or depression or anxiety, and I grab the phone and I just try to capture what's going on. And I've gotten really good at using my left hand, which stays pretty solid even when my right hand is acting goofy. So it's almost like one half of my body goes into and the other half of my body like grabs the camera and keeps it on me, because I want to also see it. I want to see what it's like, what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing. And sometimes I might say things and not really understand what I'm saying. And it's great to go back and watch the videos for myself as well because I learn a lot about myself. I learn about what I'm going through. I learn and I see and I recognize that what's happening is legitimate and it's not just some made up thing, that it's actually like for real. Even I still continually question all the things I deal with. Like, is this for real? How is it that one moment I can be giddy and laughing and having a good time, pain free as it would seem, and just in that full bounding, exploring, nothing can stop us, like kind of mode, to then just being crumpled and not being able to move and being in just so much body pain. I touch different areas and it's just like, ugh. And it's so it's hard for me to even comprehend the possibility and the reality of that, and that it's not just psychological. It's not just in my head. Um, it's that my amygdala will cut off the pain circuits. So I'm in the same amount of pain. It's just the body isn't reacting as much. But if I'm careful, I can still find the super sore spots. It's just that when I gently hit them, they don't send the lightning bolts and rods through my body and just start, dumping out all the. And I've also been using a little powered massage unit, and it has infrared lights and a discs that rotate around. I've been using it on my shoulders, my lower back, my chest, my gut, my arms, my knees, my shins, my like everything. I've been spending almost 2 hours a day utilizing the massager, the self massager, and just trying to get in different positions to let it just do the work. And then light stretching, ice packing, ice pack heat. And then I did allow myself to go ahead and take some ibuprofen, but I've been off of it for 2 days. But I had to use something because I was totally in way too much inflammation. I had so much inflammation going on, partially from returning to a city area, partially from just eating, even though I looked at all the ingredients and I made sure they were at least vegan for me. That a lot of things that people eat, I don't eat. I don't eat all the different hydrogenated oils, and I don't eat the high fructose corn syrup, and I don't eat sugar, and I don't eat like so many things. I just don't participate anymore. And so my overall body inflammation has been so far so low, but my metabolism has gone way up. My weight loss for fat has increased, and then now I'm slowly kind of rebuilding gently muscles and continually to work on the coordination of the body. Um, but I forget to drink water sometimes. I forget to eat, or I'm not hungry. And and I've also been practicing pain management without using medical cannabis and many things for weeks now. And these are all wonderful things, but it's also been that mix of painful and joyous and everything in between. And what I'm really trying to do is just continue the journey of radical acceptance and understanding, especially this time, that when I have those snack foods and stuff and they have those ingredients, that it does really negatively affect me, pretty much everybody, but I truly feel it, and my inflammation just went through the roof. And so that's part of what spiked the major pain also, was eating a ton of processed food that I had not been eating for so long, or that if I would get some of, it'd be such small amounts that my body could handle it. So it was really, really great and such a pleasure to um, get some of the foods I love. Get the yams, get my onions, get my mushrooms, get my cucumber, my zucchinis, get the spinach, get the garlic, get the stuff going in my body again, the chickpeas, all that stuff. So, and then I did get some stuff that was already pre-made, like those meatballs. But those ones that I got, they were very simple ingredient. I think they had lentil protein and some other stuff in them too. And of course, they had some fennel and some other seasonings, which really gave it such a robust flavor. Oh, so good. And even the pasta I used was like a mix of, like, I think chickpea, brown rice, or oh, I can't remember all the ingredients, but it was like a. I've been really trying to make sure to get more appropriate amounts of protein in in as well. So it's always a learning, and I'm actually kind of glad I went through it, even though it's painful. But it also showed me the places on my body I really need to focus on for stretching and massaging and icing. And so I have really been just I had that's why I've kind of like not been working on the cars for a little. I asked my best friend, my host, I asked if I could. I said, would it be okay if I stay for one more week and I'll be come and go and stuff? And they're like, yes, you totally, it's fine. And I'm like, great. And so we've had very, very honest and open communication with each other, and we just love each other so much. And they're such a wonderful friend. I mean, they're my family as far as I'm concerned. Um, and but so I have the CRV in a little storage unit, and I know what I need to do next on it. And I got the trooper right here, and I know what I need to do next on it. But it's been my focus has been about getting my body in a place so that when I do those things, I don't hurt myself further or damage myself more, you know, and and that's been kind of hard to allow myself to do as well. Yeah. I don't know if you all, go through that at all, right? With it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a car. It could be literally any project of any kind somebody might be working on. And do you hear the birds? Sometimes the cars kind of, but the bird song. Hmm. You know what I think would be a fun, like, kind of like show to do? An interaction show, to try to set it up in like computer devices, whatever. I know there's a way, like while this is all happening, chat filter top. Oh, I'm gonna put it to live. Oops, I missed so many messages. Oh, some people said some mean stuff. It looks like it got blocked out. Well, good. I'm glad. I'm glad. I like it. The auto mod. I don't have moderators, so. But what I'd like to do. It'd be so fun. I think to have it set up, and I know a lot of people wouldn't want to, but I think it would be neat to have like a live chat going and set up so that I could simply go click and then like invite people that are in the live chat to then jump in momentarily here and there, for a dual screen wherever they are around the world, just for a quick say hi, and then bring them on and be like, hi everybody, have a good day, and then okay, see you later, and then click, and then bring somebody else on. And I think that would be really cool if there was a way to do that, where it's like just spontaneous, like interview on the moment, saying hi, having a quick chat. And for a lot of people, that's like way too much public exposure, but I think some people would really like that. I think it would be really neat. I'm trying to work on a my friend over at Jules Treasures, Area 5T1. Um, she her lives have been going great, and she's had just such amazing growth and major community involvement. And so I've been supporting them through super chats and stickers best I can to help them, because they also help homeless veterans and they donate some to charity. And of course, I want them to be able to get better equipment, and I want them to be able to continue on their mission of helping so many different people. And so I've contributed a little bit to their channel here and there, and I love being in an inclusive chat. Ah, buena idea. Thank you. Gracias, mi amiga. Un poquito ese español, un poquito. Hello, Francois. Ça va? So a little French, just a tiny bit, right? Un petit peu. Um, German, just the tiniest of German. I see, how much German do I know? Very little. Mostly it would be, the basic words like nein for no, and halt. But I can read a lot of different language. But my favorite thing, like, and I'll say it to Hannah, is Ich liebe dich, mein Liebchen. Pinot Noir to you, exactly, right? Right, Eva? Cabernet Sauvignon, my friend. You have a lovely, yes. And I do speak a little Nippon. As for instance, let's see, what time is it in this morning? So let me say this. Ohayo gozaimasu. Hey. And sumimasen, and of course konnichiwa. Everybody knows that, but like konbanwa, and I know like basic, and I've forgotten so many, but I've traveled so many places that I always tried to really do a good job of learning key phrases and important things for being able to be gracious socially, and to try to be able to understand important words that a person might be saying to me. Like if a lot of people will say, excuse me, or can I get your attention, or please this way, or, whatever it is. Yeah. Ohayo gozaimasu. Yeah. Or, yeah, there's so many. So like, and so it was very fun. And because I was in Okinawa many years ago for 6+ weeks, and and um, and I loved going to the very small, family-owned um, um, sushi or noodle houses, and being able to sit and being able to give gracious introductions. Just being able to say hello, have a nice day, thank you. Like, these are all super important things. Not only that, my own child eventually did so great in college that she got accepted to go to Waseda in Tokyo, um, many years ago, for a 4 or 5 months through a summer term over there. And I was able to travel back then. I didn't have the service animal yet, so I went over and we backpacked, and Airbnb and hostel, and we backpacked from Tokyo all the way down to Shirahama, and we took super train, buses, hiking. We slept in a hostel just by under Mount Fuji, and and we went to an onsen together, but we had to go in different areas at the time. And because of my tattoos, I had to wear a full I had to wear a full shirt to cover all my tattoos to be able to go in the onsen. Um, it was such a magical, magical, wonderful journey. We had such a great time together. So magical. Yeah, and we stayed at a traditional, what's it called again? It's not a hotel, but oh, see, I've already forgot. I forgot so much. I've forgotten so many of the things I used to know. Oh, and back then I wasn't a vegan, um, and I went on a fishing trip, um, and and caught skipjack tuna and and had sashimi right then and there. Shoyu sashimi fresh. And I think if I were ever to eat um, meats again or whatever, or things like that, if I had to, I would want to I would want to get it myself and prepare it myself. I think it should be a very personal thing between us and another living organism. That's just my own personal view. But I had such a beautiful and wonderful time, and I had not prepared, cooked at the time in my life. Then I had not cooked a lot of different fish, mostly just salmon, because of where I live. There's a lot of salmon. Yes, shoyu and wasabi. I love good. I love real wasabi, not the watered down food color horseradish. I like real wasabi. Real wasabi. Woo! It like the brain, just everything, just right. Like it is so different. Most people couldn't handle actual wasabi. It would just be way too intense. But I like wasabi even if I make a vegan pot sticker, like, or I have bao, hambao, it could be Taiwanese, or it could be Chinese, or it could be Japanese. But everybody has their different version of, steam buns, and all the different fillings. But I love it when they're vegetable, and I just, oh my goodness. But and I love the sauces. I love all the different styles and flavors, and oh, don't even get me started. Now I'm getting hungry. Mm. Oh, my story. Back to my story. Goodness. So, in order to help raise money to help my offspring, my kiddo, um, pay for the college. Her mother was paying for a big part of it. I was in the military. I used my GI Bill to pay for part of it, but then we still had to pay extra because it's very expensive in Tokyo. She got the tiniest little itty bittyest tiny little closet of an apartment to save money, but she lived in a co-op building. She met great friends, and they would do group cookouts and make the most amazing curry. Oh, I love the different types of curries too. And each culture has like slight changes on that. So we had, when I went and visit, we got to sit down like a large family. I got to sit with her and or them and 10 of their uh, co-op people that lived in the building that were also going to college, including, like, the person who managed it, who was a very young person. And it was such a wonderful, eclectic group of people from all over the world, and I felt so blessed to be invited to sit down with them and share that food. It was just so wonderful together. And then we packed our backpacks up and we just bounced all the way around, just having the most beautiful trips. And one of my favorite places, I can't remember the name of it right now. I wish I could, but it's a tiny little shrine island right out in the bay, southern Japan. I wish I could remember. Um, you went across a very long bridge, and it was a shrine island, monks and stuff there, and there were all the old It was like a temple island, but there were many grave sites, and also then many different warding off evil spirits and it was just absolutely beautiful though that you could go there and walk around